All right, here we are. Good morning, members. Let's go. It's a really big day. Really gives us the feel of the carnival at Flemington, that's for sure. So, um, bit of house cleaning here. I've put for the first time maximum price. This is what I do. A lot of people have minimum price. I have maximum price. I want to see the market supporting my selections. There's some stuff that's like I don't get mounting yard reports. They're starting to follow the track bias, which I know roughly how the track should be playing, but it could be playing different to wind. And there's a lot of good rating systems out there that updating automatically. So when these horses blow out, doesn't mean they can't win. But it's something else against them. So once they reach, this is my maximum price. I'll have a full unit on these horses or whatever I originally wanted to play. If they pass this price, I'll cut that bet right back to about 1/5 probably. That's how much I cut them back once they go past these prices. So, all right, here we go. Look, Flemington. Flemington's really tough, guys. I'm looking through these selections and I'm thinking, hopefully we're all right. So got a fair few in Flemington, and I even cut back a lot further than what I originally had. Flemington, like I said, it's very competitive. It's a really dangerous day, I feel, at Flemington. You could get overly excited. And I think it's point with danger. It could be wrong. All the favourites might win. But I do think it's tough racing. But we've got some horses here that we think should peak. Rose Hill only got one race, and then we've got some in Doomben and Morfettville. Let's move this over. We'll quickly go through them. Flemington race 2, we've got Tycoon Star and Mcgaw. We love Tycoon Star with Tycoon Star last start. Why we got Mcgaw? This is why we got Mcgaw. Let me just, I just want to make sure my stream's working. Yep, all good. All right, why we got Mcgaw, even though it was beaten 2 last it went very hard in front. There was a lot of money for this horse. I didn't totally rate this horse, but on this run, I do. Look how hard these guys go. Tycoon started a good job because he wanted to go back and then went up. It was just fastly run race. These horses rated very highly. And here they are, hammering along. We'll go over to Vinrock, our next selection. He's here constantly getting scrubbed along in the run. And we've got Mcgaw here. And Tycoon Star's got the fitness edge on him and is a very good horse, by the way, and comes up. And here, and Jimmy Ricard is coming up. Now, you think Mcgaw should first up tire out of this. He should run third. What happens? He doesn't run third. He actually comes back on the line. This horse has got a big engine. They're not showing it, but after the line, Mcgaw was coming again. This guy has got a big engine, I will tell you that. So we've got those two, Mcgaw at price and Vinrock. There are some other little sneaky dangers in the race, and we've got 2 selections that are a bit tight. That's what I mean about this meeting. But I cut back on a few of those races. This one I feel pretty comfortable on baking on those 2, Tycoon Star, Mcgaw. Next race, we've got Vinrock. Now, Vinrock first I thought was disappointing, but this is a very fast run race. We'll really turn him on. We like looking at horses from fast run races. Here he is here. Let's play. And you'll just see he's off the bit. He's off the bit from a long way out. This is a horse that's not a sprinter that wants more ground. And a little bit like Mcgaw, is off the bit the whole way. Here he is here, Vinrock. And here you think he's going to tail out. He's been on top end the whole race, and he should tire out. These horses have had a softer run than him. He's hanging out a bit. He's tired. These horses should get past him, and he keeps leveling out and hitting the line. And Zara hopped off him, off Tycoon Star to ride him. So, and he started very tight. Look, he's short in the market as well, Tycoon Star, but I felt that, not Tycoon Star, Vinrock. I felt it. Well, I don't think there's a lot of depth this race around here. Top price $3.20, around $3. I'm still willing to be on Vinrock at the $3. I think Zara will take him from the wide barrier to the front and be hard to beat. But I've also, as you can see, I've tipped West of Swindon. Now this horse gets beaten in a maiden. It was a very big mid-race move. He's gone from Hawkes to Mar. Really, I was onto this horse second to North England, second to Bewok, beaten Woden. He's had a lot of potential, this horse, and then they take him in the slipper. So this horse had a lot of potential early. He gets beaten in a maiden. He probably wasn't fit, and it was quite a big run. Look, I just think is a sneaky in a field that hasn't got a lot of depth. At this price, I want to be on West of Swindon as well. Let's go to Flemington Race 4. Flemington Race 4, we've got two horses here, My Gladiola and Inkaruna. My Gladiola, big run first up, no doubt about it. Again here, wins at Sandown. That run at Sandown, our notes, and it sort of confirmed, she ran a +2. This is the highest rating for a 2-year-old. Still sort of is. Ran 5 lengths quicker than the Colts, ran 2 lengths quicker than Philosopher, open class sprinters. Sprinted off a fast tempo, good margin. So this horse here, I think's got a lot of ability. I think potentially it could be a very good horse. I'm just scared for barrier 20, even though it's going to come the outside barrier. That's where Mott's going to hook it back too much. This horse can run off a fast pace. He can be close to pace, but they're pulling him back, trying to settle, and that's a little bit my worry. But definitely, look, we just have to back this horse second up, and with that high rating. Admittedly, it hasn't repeated that rating, but we just think it's got scope and is ready to go. Nice little trial in between. Same at Inkaruna. A lot of potential, very solid in the market. Like this run here at Rated for us. Same. Look at this form to Tempted and Mahuna. So that's slipper form. That's the best 2-year-old form you can get. And it might have been over the top next start. Barrier 12, B Shin, drawn perfectly, nice price. I want to be on those two. I'm a little bit scared of, I think Scenic Point needs a lower run and Barrier 1's a bit of a nightmare. A little bit scared of Signature Scent. That's a little bit worried about this horse, but other than that, I think that's the only legitimate danger. So quite happy in Flemington Race 4. Let's go to Flemington Race 5. Yeah, quite happy to bank on those two in Flemington Race 4. Feel really good about that. Flemington Race 5. We're on Athanatos here. I just think this is the type of horse that just keeps getting better and better each prep. And this run behind Keep Your Cool first up over the 14, now it jumps to the 16. No, it doesn't. It stays over the 14, but drops in weight a lot. I just think, this wide barrier, we'll know if we've done the right thing. It's a good price. We'll know we've done the right thing in the first 200 metres. I think Stackhouse should be positive. There's a lot of pace in this race. Come across with him and he might slot in somewhere. And I just think it's a value bet. I think it's a horse to follow in the future if he doesn't win today. And he's more price generated Athanatos. I really think he's come back well, and a horse that just keeps improving. Flemington Race 6. We've got Airman here, number 2. McDonald hops on. These trials are huge. I don't normally go off trials. The horse is going great. He does rate high for us. And I just I can sense that he's drawn beautifully in the middle. We want to be drawn in the middle. You jump, just trail him, go to the back, inside, wherever the better going is, just wherever the pace is from the outside in, you just can go wherever you want. McDonald's on. He's one down the straight. He's trialling like a bomb. And I think the price is not too bad. So we're on Airman. There's a lot of horses with ability down in the weights. Corniche is one. Media World and Royal Insignia. So I am really scared about the weight pull a little bit. But these horses haven't been running in Group 1s like Airman. So I'm happy at that price to take Airman, even though I do consider there's some dangers down in the weight. Let's go to Flemington race 8. We've gone over this. Number 3, Antino. I should maybe have shown you this run. This was a very, very good run. 3 wide, no cover. Fan 4 wide 2. Got within 2.5 lengths of the 200. That's a good point. It really got close to him after making a mid-race move in what was pretty fast run race. I thought it was a good run. And then look at the start before. We all saw that win against Falk the Park. He did it twice. He did that second up. And I just think this horse is really and a few starts before that, he rated 6 lengths above average here. So, if you go to Via Sistina, which I went over in my thing, look at the here, Spell, +2.5, +3, +3, +8. She's +9, +3. This was when she went flat, so +3. Then she failed in this race, second up on the heavy. Then she went +3. Then she went to +12. So very consistent going +3s. And I think Antino might have a higher ceiling second up. Aliana, second up. I just don't like it coming from the heavy even though it goes up in distance. I just think it'll be a little bit more flat-footed second up later for it. And so will be a Sistina coming off that run. I put a little bit of saver on Tom Kitten, guys, because I think that can sprint well fresh. That's our Flemington. That's Flemington. Let's go to Rose Hill. They've hit this horse. Rose Hill, race 4, number 11. It's going to be very hard to beat 7s. Lightly race. I should have taken the $5. We haven't got it. We've got $4. It's still okay, I think. Lightly raced, good track record, wants extra ground, nice claim from Braith Knock. He's a good claiming apprentice. And what I want you guys to look at here is he wins on the heavy 8, and he's a stayer that wants more ground, and he stays at the same distance. It's very hard to sprint second up. We were just talking about that for Aliana. Very hard to sprint second up, staying at the same distance if you want more ground, especially going from a heavy 8 to a firmer track. He did a really good job hitting the line hard, and now he steps up to 1,800, drops in weight, hard to beat 7s. But I didn't think we should come off Kapakiri here. He had the same thing. He actually came back 100 metres and went from the heavy 10 to soft 5. Look how he won on a heavy 10. He's against 7s. He was beaten about half a length by 7s last start, but luck in running, and he sort of doesn't mean him as good at weights, but you've got to save on Kapakiri. There's not much between them, and now the price is getting a bit out of hand. So I've got Kapakiri as a save, as you can see. That's Sydney. Let's go to Doomben. We're moving through these all right. Doomben race 2. I think we'll go to the video here. We'll go to the video here. Doomben race 2, we've got Cavalry Man and Shadow Cruiser. Originally, I was looking at Cavalry Man off the back of his good Doomben run, and he looked to be snagged in a wide barrier and have a good run. And then we saw Shadow Cruiser. I think we found one at a good price here. This needs to be refreshed. Sorry, guys. Let's see how we go. Just bear with me. Bear with me. Shadow Cruiser. Go to the run. All right, here we go. We're back on. Okay, you're going to see them here. They're both wide draws. This is Cavalry Man. This is Shadow Cruiser. They both go back from their wide draws. They get quite detached. Sorry, I'm pointing at the screen like you can see me. You can see my finger on the screen. Here they are here. That's Shadow Cruiser and Cavalry Man. They get quite detached from a field in a fast run race. It's very hard. The place getters are all up near here. They're out of the mix here. And although Shadow Cruiser is a little bit follow in the run, at this stage, Cavalry Man tacks on not too bad, considering. Didn't have to do a lot of work. Here they are here. And Cavalry Man, Shadow Cruiser. Cavalry Man gets outside Shadow Cruiser. So done a little bit extra work to get there middly. And I'm watching Cavalry Man. I want to know how. I want him to seem to really come home and pass all these horses here. Not beat these 3, but I want him to run 4th, Cavalry Man. And I'm thinking he's struggling to get past to this horse. Who is this horse? And then this horse really gets on and motors home. And I really love the way Shadow Cruiser got home. He really hit the line. So and he beats that third horse, where Cavalry Man didn't, although it was a very big run. So who is Shadow Cruiser? He could have been a lot fitter than Cavalry Man, and I've noticed that he was fourth up, and he's still on the way up, fifth up now. I'm sure it's an extra 200 metres here. Yep, an extra 200 metres in distance, really going to help. And I'm looking at this horse's strike rate, and he's 16 starts for 1 win. And I'm thinking, that's no good. This is a non-winner. But when you really go through it, this horse, I think he changed trainers. Changed trainer here. And look at the distance, 12, 12, 14, 13, steps up to 16, back to 13. Goes to a new trainer, has a year off, 12, 14, 13, steps to the 16, wins his maiden. So, we've had a lot of starts here, and he's never stepped up in distance yet. And then he goes to benchmark 62 and runs quite good here. His good sexuals upper class backs it up before he goes to spell, just to show, that maiden wasn't a weak maiden or a fluke. He comes back 14, 14, 14. He's had 9 weeks off here, so he's got 14, 14. He goes to the 1800, big run here, and then that's that run where you get. And he's got blinkers on, an inside brawl, C. Graham blinks. I think he might be closer to the run as well. I took $15, around 12. He keeps coming in. He's 13s, 12, about 11 now. And I think he's going to be closer in the run. I think this horse we've been looking for the ground. He's hitting the form. He's fifth up. He's fit. Cavalry Man, I was going to put him as a full selection. And I was tossing and turning. But I just really think, look, they might take Cavalry Man from the front, from the wide barrier. But I think the other horse has clearly got his measure on the runs. And I just want to save on Cavalry Man. Although, this run of Doomben was a good run. Maybe it didn't go as well as Eagle Farm and Luck in running. So, look, up to you what you want to do. You might want to do even selections. But I'm going to save on Cavalry Man. I don't know if it's the right decision, but I just don't want to overinvest in this race. All right, let's go to Doomben Race 5. As you can see, I've got a lot of passion for that race and Doomben Race 2. Doomben Race 5, we've got Ouroboros here, our Ouroboros. Look, I think he's too short. I'm not going to be playing him, guys, but this is a horse on the way up, that gets in a Class 6, gets down in the weight, and it's probably better than him, but he just hasn't been weighted because he hasn't been in his class yet. So, and I believe, look at his margins there, 2.3 lengths at Eagle Farm. He hasn't won a Doomben yet. This second was quite good. There's no reason why Doomben won't suit him, and he's down in the way. He's got D. Thornton, and he'll be hard to beat. But I just think this Battlefield I've got as a horse I wanted to follow. I want him to step up in distance, and he's got to give him a little bit of weight, not too much, 3 kilos. And I just think he's a bit of a danger. That's why I just don't want to take $1.80 our Ouroboros. But we have got 150 on for one of our clients, so hopefully he gets up for them. But we're not on. Doomben Race 9. This was just a little bit. This is a little bit of a hunch here with Extraordinaire. More than a hunch, I must say. This is, a horse, Annabelle Neesham. She gets him fit first up. It's an international horse. It's his third prep. It's taken a while to get through. It's won in Doomben 1600. That's the track and distance. All right. And its biggest run was fresh in a Randwick benchmark 78 with 56.5. He only goes up 1.5 kilos. And 1600 should suit it better first up. I don't normally back horses first up, but again, at this price, R. Maloney, Annabelle Neesham gets them fit. I get the feeling they think this horse goes fresh, and I think they're here to win. Hopefully, Doomben plays to a little bit back markers, but we've got Doomben Race 9, number 5, Extraordinaire at Extraordinaire. Let's go to Morphettville Race 1. No videos here. I just like this setup under and over. 10 starts, 3 wins. Goes well. Second up is a Moonee Valley winner. Big spell there. Second up wins Ballarat Synthetic. I just thought good form lines here, and I really like this run. It wasn't the best of runs. They backed it in from $3.260 at Morphettville Parks, coming from behind. and now it's at Morphettville. I think it'll be fitter. There was money for it last start, and it'll be hard to beat. But I have got one here, Sorrel Rising. This horse likes extra ground, and I just smell a bit of a rat here. Also, he likes the firm tracks, doesn't like the wet. He's had 2 runs over the 1,000. He probably need to step up in distance. Kept him at the 1,000 nice and fresh with a huge weight, 62. He drops 5 kilos. Jay Stanley's come across to ride for his dad. I think there's something in this Sorrel Rising at a price as well. So I like those two. Yeah, definitely stepping up to the 1,200. Sorrel Rising, jumping from the 1,000, third up. He's won over the 13. His form in Melbourne benchmark 64s is good enough to win this. So good value there. And let's go to the last race, Morphettville Race 9. Sorry, guys, bit to get through today. Morphettville Race 9. We have got Beautiful Jewel. This is a horse that we've marked to follow from last prep as they stepped it up in class. And over the 1,400, just ran out of condition. Hot Strut is in top form, as you probably know. Beat the rest by 3 lengths. Stepping up to the mile. And a little bit short, $4 down to $3.60. Blinkers first time. I'm not a huge fan of beat price. I'm not a huge fan of the inside barrier. So, this price is getting a little bit tight, but I really believe in the horse's potential and class. But as you can see, we've got another runner here, I Catch 'em Fox. This horse is fit. 4 runs in from a spell. 7-day backup. He's won with a 7-day backup before. Really good value. You've got to see this last run here in a fast run race. The only concern I've got about I Catch 'em Fox is it going to back up after such a hard run? But it has done it before. That's it in the blue and white. This is a fast run race, very fast run race. He's up there and wants to be up there. Realise it's deep. It's doing work. They start humming along, these guys, really humming along. I was actually on this horse last week in the white. It was a very brave run. Look at him humming a run. So he's done work to be there. And the jockey stags it back and back and back and back and back. So now he's got all this work to get up there. Even though he's actually up there, he was doing the early sectionals. So here he is here. Look at him there. There's been a jockey change, and he's way back here. And fair enough, it's set up for back markers, but no one has done this work like I Catch 'em Fox. And then around the turn, he ends up second last. Look, the question is if this horse backs up, but there's no doubt this is a very big run, guys. And it's hopefully he doesn't flatten him. And I don't know the trainer that well, so hopefully he's been able to freshen him up. And look at him still motor home after working so hard. And also you'll see after the line as well. And I just thought we have to have I Catch 'em Fox in there. All right, guys. Good to see you. Gone for 23 minutes. That's not bad for the selections we've had. All the best. Gamble responsibly. Definitely take it easy. Always gamble responsibly. Don't chase your losers. Don't bet more than you can afford. Once you bet more than you can afford, you're losing. You get upset with that. And sorry, I'm just looking for my recording. Maybe I might have to just sell it out. Yeah, gamble responsible. I'll put on the description the Gamblers helpline. We're not here to encourage gambling. We're here to have fun, be a community, all thing racing. We've got a horse that we're interested in owning. Sometimes we have our draws. We put the money on for you so you don't have to bet. We're hoping to increase that Dynamite bet. You want a big bet? Wait till you win in the draw and we'll put a big bet on for you. So, yeah, always bet responsibly. Thanks, guys, and see you guys soon. Thank you.